Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's today! It's today!
The delivery man comes today.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Hey, hey, hey. It's me, Meg.
Hey, it's me, Hal.
Oh, hey, girl, hey! It's me, Symphony. And we are all here to talk to you about you know what, you know when. No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about our favorite thing to talk about, which is Welcome to Night Vale and food. And we are also here to talk about each episode painstakingly because we are what? Journalists. And we are also, as you know, fans, friends, and lovers of the pod. Tonight we are recording, it is February 26th at 9:43 Central Time here in Chicrango. And we're talking about episode 201.
Why does February happen so quick? January is years, and then February's done.
Dude, it was 32 weeks of January, and then February's like, hey, see you later.
3 days.
Yeah. I don't know. It's how it is.
It's how it is.
Am I still writing 2025 on stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing it too.
Yesterday I was talking about something that was in 2022, and I was like, obviously last year. No.
No.
The years keep on coming. They don't stop.
And they don't stop coming. And hit the ground running.
Like this episode, which came out in 2022. 2022. February 1st, 2022.
Is the first episode.
Okay, 2022.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Because we got the January hiatus. So this is the first episode of 2022. A mere 6 years ago.
Which that January hiatus, I think, still confuses folks. I think some people get confused and they think that we've completed the show. And nope, just we need a break sometimes.
Yeah, the January hiatus and the July hiatus are confusing to people.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're all going to get through it.
Together.
We're all going to keep on keeping on. So yeah, this episode is The Delivery Man, and the episode description is all people deserve prompt delivery, and all people eventually get what they deserve.
Let's talk about it, I guess.
What are our thoughts here? Yeah, what are our thoughts here, guys, after the listen on this one?
Okay. I was confused and upset by this episode for many different reasons, mainly because the descriptions of this delivery man upset me. At first, I was like, okay, he's a dull-eyed, ooky spooky delivery guy. Maybe he's like a Santa, but like ooky spooky Santa.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, oh, he's like an OCD Santa with the fives, right? Good old 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then the description of his sneaker build, and then about him being like built like John Cena, but then basically like a dummy, and then his head was all lumpy, and then his face was drawn on, and I was upset.
It was a lot of upsetting imagery in this guy.
He's an automaton? Is he somehow mythical? Is he a Dalek?
I mean, feels like it.
I don't like it.
I do want to shout out Disparition.
Yes.
I almost use his government name. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's not cool.
Jonathan Scott!
No, stop. Yeah, I love what he did with this one because it's so like creepy and dissonant, and it sets the tone right away for how different this episode is going to be from anything you've heard before. And it builds so nicely and how creepier that it becomes. This is a Joseph episode, I assume.
This is a Jeffrey episode.
Really?
Ooh.
I was sitting there, I was listening to it today, and I thought, this feels like a Joseph episode. But part of me did sort of tug and say, is this a Jeffrey episode that is masquerading as a Joseph episode? And I guessed wrong, ultimately. I went the wrong way. Strong and wrong.
Yes, Jeffrey, the idea for this episode was like, I think I don't know if it was like the idea for this episode, but for this episode, he wrote a short story and then sort of Night Vale it and threw in some, wrote it for the world of Night Vale. But it very much is just like, let's write a 2,500 word short story and see where it lands. And Jeffrey enjoys writing, like he enjoys writing lots of things, but like plot and like story are not really like his great passions. He likes to just sort of meander down different roads sometimes and not feel like beholden to an overarching plot or story, which I think is great. I think that makes for really great writing, and really great writing for Night Vale specifically, because it just makes the world bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and also I think, what feels kind of distinctly Jeffrey to me is the poetic sort of descriptors of things. And also Jeffrey loves a puzzle. And I felt like we were getting a little something revealed, a little something revealed, a little something revealed. And every time we peeled back the little vision of who this character is, the more disturbing it was.
Yes.
It starts out kind of like, oh, a delivery. Cecil's excited. We're all excited. We love it when we get a package.
I love a package.
And then it just crumbles.
Right. Something as simple as getting a package, which could be a joyous thing. And actually, one of my favorite things is to get something that I forgot I ordered. Because it is like a gift. A gift you got yourself from Jeff Bezos.
From Jeffrey Bezos.
Or whomever you order your packages from. And maybe this is what Jeff Bezos is in Jeffrey Craner's head. From one Jeffrey to another.
Yeah, maybe this is just a big allegory about online consumerism.
Yeah. And it does start with that. To your point, it starts out with that Mr. McFeely kind of speedy delivery. Like, all right, gotta go. Here's your package. The package man's coming. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then does the fun like flip of the relief of, oh, it's just it's a picture frame, but then the picture frame is creepy. So it's just got a nice, if you drew the waveform of this, the graph of it, like build, cut the tension, and then different weird kind of pins and needles kind of tension to it. It's just a really nice, very well constructed in how it takes you through, even though, like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys do this, but I do, where I start not trying to guess what's going to happen, but sort of admiring like the construction of it.
Yeah.
Like I almost step outside of it a little bit and go, this is really well constructed. I like how this is building. And I like that it hits the dance steps on the Arthur Murray chart that you want it to. It's like very satisfying in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There were, like, looking at the structure of it, I was like, oh, this is cool. Well, first of all, it distinguishes itself as being different from other episodes. And we've talked about this ad nauseum, I'm sure, for our listeners, but like, it's always fun to break from the form of the show as we know it, because it really makes itself distinguishable. It changes things up, keeps it fresh, and also it gives you a different perspective on the world of the show. So love that. Here's some notes that I took, and maybe something will come to you guys. I wrote the numbers and I was like, ooh, I should play the lotto. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55. But I'm like, are those actual lotto numbers? I don't know. I've never played.
Yeah, you can do it. They go up pretty high.
You can go up that high?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I already said the thing about Santa. I wrote like Santa, OCD Santa. And then I wrote hot winter's day. And I was like, I guess in the desert, sure, it could be wintertime, but also hot there. I wouldn't know. I live in a tundra.
Yeah, it's going to be 87 degrees in my neighborhood tomorrow.
Shut up.
Yeah. Well, it's been 85 every day here this week.
Yeah.
I thought it was nice because it was like 37 degrees, bro.
Yep. I've lived in that type of environment before, so I know what you're talking about, but it has been so long.
Well, Meg, when your extra little add-on is ready, just let me know and I'll come move in for a minute.
Oh, we'd love that.
Oh yeah, you could summer in the ADU or winter in the ADU.
Exactly.
Winter in the ADU. Snowbird.
Exactly. I need to be a snowbird. The other thing, the meat from the cage that he eats in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And then the children saw.
The teenagers, they came and did they see it they saw him come out of there, but they stole the package, right? I don't know. I think that's an excuse. But I don't like, what, was it alive? The meat in the why would it be in a cage? You know? And if it is an automaton thing, why does it need to eat it all? And the mouth, the static mouth thing, how is he eating? Is it consuming through the mouth or is it consuming another way? Upset.
What's the worst version of that for you?
I'm just imagining something opens up very mechanically, but also like an insect. Like it's metal and it like kind of like unfurls, like, and it opens like this, and then it like kind of grinds down whatever meat and bones. I'm imagining it's a live animal, like a chicken or something.
That's how. Whatever the worst version is, that's how it's happening.
Yeah.
Or a lizard that's getting like ground down by some sort of gears inside of the thing. Listeners, tell us what you think. How is he eating from the cage? What meat? What? What?
Hashtag what meat?
So then they're talking about his body and I was like, oh, he's got like a sneaker build. Like, you know, when people are like, always wear like big shirts or whatever, or like they're wearing a suit and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. They look like a regular person. But then you see like their arm and you're like, whoa, you have muscles. Like, what the heck? Mm-hmm. But then after that, there was the description that nobody's seen his body. And if they did, they'd be like kind of scared. And they talked about his freaking spooky fingers. And I was upset by that. But also, he's a virgin.
Are we judging?
No! It's great. Good for him. But I mean, I guess it's a robot or something. Am I wrong? Is it not a robot?
It doesn't have a body.
But there's something there.
Yeah, maybe. Hey! Cameo. Cameo just happened. We all missed it. You all missed it.
No,
I wish you could see. Oh, I wish you could see. This is a podcast. Too bad. You didn't see who was in the background of one of our videos. You'll have to imagine.
It was Mr. Lamington.
Oh, now it's ruined.
Okay, what do you think he is? Do you think he's just like an animated puppet?
A malevolent force?
I think some sort of malevolent force, but like akin to like a mythical creature like the Tooth Fairy or Santa but like all of them are like kind of benevolent, but this one is like is a malevolent Tooth Fairy.
Yeah. Babadook-ish?
Why does he have pipe cleaner fingers?
Babadook. Doesn't the Babadook have long fingers?
I hate the Babadook too.
It's very unsettling for sure.
Yeah. What'd the Babadook ever do to you?
And then leave Cecil with a picture frame.
Okay, the picture frame, the first photo, I was like, okay, maybe that's Cecil's dad. You know? And then it was like a landscape, right? But he said it felt familiar. So I'm like, what the heck? Is it somehow reading his memories? And then it's a picture of him and he looks sad. Is the delivery man putting the pictures in there? Is it going to stay that way? Or is it going to change every time?
Yeah. Well, there's the landscape is the redwoods, right?
Yes.
There's that thing in 182 where he's like walking through the redwood forest with his mom and his sister, then there's like the cassettes that come back where he's like trapped he's like in the trees reporting from them It Sticks With You. So there's like this sort of redwood thing that he has that's like very like losing himself through time.
Yeah. It's more of a reflection, maybe, of what's going on through it within his head, or what you need to see, or what you have to see.
Yeah, maybe like the delivery is really like something that you actually need.
Yeah, what's in the frame is the delivery, not the frame itself, maybe.
Interesting. Well, also one of the last notes I have is the sound was very spooky and wonderful this episode. So,
yeah.
Yeah, the writing of it, there was a production note that says, allow more time than usual in the breaks between segments, enough to be able to hear the music for a couple bars. So, like, kind of airing it out.
Yeah, definitely noticed it.
To allow for that build there.
Yeah, a very well crafted episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it came back into the year 2022, came back strong.
Yeah.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather. Goodnight Dandelion by Space Cowboy Newt.
Whimsical.
Space Cowboy Newt. Whimsical. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I really liked their voice.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the vibe. I think the vibe was good for this episode.
Yes, agreed.
I agree.
It very much went straight into it. It gave me the same tone.
Yeah.
Space Cowboy Newt is a musician, Emma Newton, out of New England, that is making music to this day. They believe they just released a new album in May of last year, and they also are an audio engineer, I think. They have a recording studio, I want to say, or they work at a record. Anyway, my like light internet stalking of them seems to show me that they're a pretty cool person. And they had something on their Instagram about like a song competition where they like, you can apply if you have written a protest song to if you like apply and they like it and they think it's good, they will record it for you.
Oh, wow.
So you can use their recording space and they'll mix and engineer it for you. So if you have a protest song that you wrote and you're in the New England area or you're down for a remote record, you could check out Space Cowboy Newt's Instagram.
That's pretty cool. Rock on, Space Cowboy Newt.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today, I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor Meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
And rock on FanZone Calzone into our bellies.
Pew, pew, pew.
That almost sounded ominous. That almost sounded like a brr, brr, brr. Let's start it off with Sarah. You get the first bite. Good morning, illustrious tri-hosts. I was doing my bi-weekly, every other week, shopping at Costco when I noticed that the food court has a new addition, picture attached. While I do not partake of most of the listed ingredients, the inclusion of a calzone reminded me of your much appreciated podcast. My person, I call him that because I told him we were dating that he needed one name if he was going to keep getting promoted, has a theory that the 1983 Time is Weird event means that the coupe that Jackie Fierro drives is a Mazda RX-7. Oh. What is something that was available in 1983 that you wish you still had? My question is, if Cecil is some unknown age and forever old, what does that mean for his mother and sister? Are they also affected by the Time is Weird that is Night Vale? Listening to the book series I recorded puts me to sleep while driving. Your banter and shenanigans keep me awake. I appreciate your dedication to the podcast. I wish you good foods, Sarah. And here's a picture of the combo calzone. Let's talk about what's in here. We got, let me make this a little bigger. From my old eyes. Pepperoni, sausage, cheese, tomato sauce, onions, peppers, olives, and mushrooms. 1,080 calories, and it looks like the calzone is vomiting on itself, if I'm frank, this cut in half picture.
For $6.99?
$6.99.
No, $6.99 for
not bad.
1,000 calories. It's a great deal.
Great deal.
That's bad, yeah.
Yeah, you can really fuel your body for not a lot of money with that.
I mean, you can get like a 750 calorie cookie for $2.50, but hey, this is also a good deal. Costco's known for their food court deals are out of this world. Still $1.50 for a hot dog and a soda. And I go to Costco 4 days a week during my lunch. I walk there, and then walk back home. It is a 2.5 mile loop.
Wild.
This is what I do. I leave my home. I walk to Costco. I walk around the perimeter of the Costco parking lot, then into the Costco. Then weave in and out of the aisles on one side, across the meat section, then the back corner, weave all the other aisles, and then I walk out the entrance because I'm not going to wait in line behind a bunch of people who need to have stuff scanned.
Do you ever buy anything?
Sometimes.
Yeah, Hal dropped this bomb on us right before we started recording that he goes to Costco 4 days a week and walks the entire store and doesn't buy anything.
They have to talk about me.
They definitely talk about you. I would talk about you.
They're like, who's that weird guy who's walking with purpose and buying nothing?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And sometimes he's on the phone. He has an earpiece in.
Is your Costco so crowded, though? My Costco is so crowded.
It's pretty crowded. And I'm there. I mean, it's lunchtime. It's between noon and 1. So the food court line is long. Sometimes I will get a hot dog there. Sometimes I will not. It can be pretty crowded. It's never empty there. It's never empty, but I'm not there. The weekends are when it gets really insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there things that you observe because you're there at the same time every day? Like, are there things that you're seeing? Like, are there patterns? Is anything emerging out of there? Any revelations emerging out of there that we might not see as a casual Costco user?
If you think that the time that you go to Costco is the only time that it's filled with people who don't understand how space and movement work, you are wrong.
Yeah.
They are everywhere
At all times.
They stop. They're not aware. They're not listening. They're backing up. All this crazy stuff. The other thing I've noticed, and maybe this is not to the time, but just the Costco observation in general, is that their sample carts that they set up very rarely have anything that you want. I was there this week. They had somebody sampling the alkaline water. Just small cups of water, like you're running a marathon.
I was gonna say I feel like you just like throw one on your face, drink another one, and walk by.
That's what I should have done.
And then crush them and throw them on the ground. That'd be so fun. I'm not condoning littering. I'm just for the bit.
Then you have to go back and pick it up and
pick it up immediately.
Yeah. I did buy recently dishwasher pods, and we needed new ones, so I bought a thing of those and carried it home. The most awkward thing I've bought, sometimes I will walk there at lunch and I will take a rolling expanding cart if I'm buying toilet paper or paper towels. The biggest thing that I ever bought that I had to carry back was, what are those calendar thing? Advent calendar.
Yeah.
But it's a long wooden like town, and it lights up inside, and then you slide a little wreath along the days. And I bought but it's not collapsible or anything. It's just this big long thing.
How?
I'm demonstrating like 3 to 4 feet wide, and I carried that with one other thing that I bought, and I did not have a cart. I don't think. I think I was like just trying to carry it around.
Oh, they definitely talk about you.
I go from being the weird guy walking around the Costco to the weird guy walking around my neighborhood carrying products.
Can't
get away from it. Can't beat the allegations. Won't. Refuse to try.
Won't beat the allegations.
My other question is why? How?
Well, I exercise in the morning, but I don't run. I haven't run in a while. I play basketball, and I don't burn as many calories. So I try to use my lunchtime to get more exercise because I'm sitting. I work at home at a desk, so I'm sitting a lot. And this is...
Yeah, a lunchtime walk sounds great. Why are we going to the Costco and walking the aisles?
Because during the summer when it's 100 degrees out,
yes,
you walk in the heat, and then you walk in there and it's real cold and it feels real nice. And you never know if there's something you want.
Do you go into the freezer section?
Sometimes. I've gone in where the milk is, or where the
milk or the veg.
Yeah. You go in those rooms. Really cold.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I do go there thinking like, maybe there's something there I want. And there are things there that I look at like, oh, that would be nice to buy at some point. Is this today going to be the day I pull the trigger on like Tupperware or something like that? But I've not done it yet. I try to go there with a cart if I know I'm going to be shopping. Other than that, it's just walking around looking at stuff. I don't know. It's something to do. Okay. It's really weird. I understand.
My grandma used to go to the mall every day to walk. Yeah. This is the same.
I'm your grandma.
There's just not a mall anymore, right? So
surprise. Oops, all grandma. That's me.
Oops, all grandma. Another question.
Sure.
When I sometimes go to the Costco, I see a lot of people bringing their dogs. Do people bring their dogs to your Costco?
There are dogs there sometimes. You're in a much more
feel entitled.
People bring their dogs everywhere neighborhood than I am.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody bring their dog.
There was the one time I was at the Costco with Iris, and there were so many dogs. Like, people just like straight up had their dog at the Costco. And I'm like, guys, everyone was buying a chicken, and like everyone had like their dog with them. And I'm like, this is not allowed, right? And I guess it's just like, it's a real flood the zone situation where there's like so many people there that like no one is really paying attention to the fact that you have like a 14-pound dog in your basket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
People.
Are they buying the chicken for the dog?
Could be.
Maybe. It's good chicken.
Really good chicken.
So they have to bring their dog to be like, pick out the chicken you want.
Man, that's a good chicken.
Do you ever sometimes see the line at the chicken?
When they're
waiting for the chickens to come out?
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
I've not seen that.
When people they'll crowd up around and like you can see they're basically elbowing each other for position. It's like when you're waiting for your suitcase at the airport and then people always crowd up to the thing. I'm like, bitch, do you see your fucking suitcase? That's when you step up.
Gotta be ready. If it comes out, I'm ready to run. I don't know these people.
My favorite thing is when I see that, as I go up, when I see my suitcase in between people, I don't care if there's space down there. I'll be like, excuse me, that's my bag. And I shuffle my shoulders in between them. Priority.
Say that the whole time in the airport, the whole time you're there. Like when you're in the like bathroom, when you're at the water fountain.
Yes.
Priority. Yeah. When you're in the Hudson News.
Yeah. They jockey for position at the chickens, and then they wait for them to come out of the giant rotis and be put into their boxes. And then people yank them off the shelves because they're $5.
Yeah.
People get so intense there. There was one time I was there with Iris, and she was younger, so she was like even more babyish, and she had a sample, and a lady took the sample out of her hand.
What?
That's insane.
Unconscionable.
Did you beat that woman?
I was so shocked. I was like, she's a baby. Like it was her turn, number one, and number two, she's a baby.
Right.
Welcome to the wasteland.
That's insane.
Yeah.
There's no sample worth elbowing a baby or taking a baby. You literally took something candy from a baby.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah, the Costco.
Yeah.
Costco.
Back to Sarah's question. What from 1983 do I wish we still had access to? Probably like, I don't know, like American democracy is probably the easy one to be yearning for.
Right. Some rights.
I mean, 83. 83 wasn't much better.
Yeah, well,
it was like right after Reagan.
Think about where we were.
But Reagan wasn't kidnapping people and putting them in concentration camps.
Fair enough.
You know what I wish I still had? My grandma Viola. She was alive in 1983.
Oh, yeah.
But if you mean like a physical object, I don't know.
Oh, I had these Tomy like ring toss and basketball things that were just little plastic, basically like a little aquarium.
Yeah.
And you press the button and it blew bubbles. So you press it and go. And I love those. And I don't see them anymore. So I'm going to save that.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, my Knight Rider car where you pulled down the license plate and it spoke.
That is pretty cool.
That thing was badass.
Were you even alive, Meg?
I was not, no.
See.
I'm negative 3 years old, 1983.
Oh. You want for nothing.
Want for nothing. No,
Yeah.
I'm nice and comfy now.
I was 2, so what do I know?
You don't know what you were missing. I was a whole ass 6. And not afraid to say it. I wasn't ashamed of my age. Proud.
Next up in the Calzone, we have Kalia. Kalia writes, hello, dearest Good Morning Night Vale fam. I hope y'all have been doing all right and that the holidays are treating you well. This was from the holidays time. Or that whatever time of year it is when you three are reading this is treating you well. It is I, Kalia, the furry fan who wrote in over a year ago now. I remember hearing my email being read on the show and letting out a little scream of excitement. Haha. That was for sure over a year ago because it was summer and I was in Europe at the time. I was literally laying in the sun on a beach in Italy while my favorite tri-host chatted about my favorite podcast. And suddenly I heard my name and email I had written over a year before being read out loud. So that was fun. I asked you guys what your fursonas would be and have given a few thoughts of my own on the matter. I actually drew that basically as soon as possible. So this art is now over a year old too. Oops. I kept meaning to write back in and share it with you three, but you know, life. Anyway, I'm sharing it with you guys now. Better late than never, right? Hal, I can't believe I didn't think of a silverback gorilla for you from the start. Thank you for correcting me there. Symphony, I had such a hard time trying to figure out how to draw glitter sparkles. LMAO. I could probably do better now, but this is what I came up with at the time. And Meg, I'm glad we both agreed on you being a bear. Keep living your best mama bear life. Also, I'm attaching my fan art of Kashik I drew a while ago, since you three recently discussed the Silas the Thief episodes. They are some of my favorite Welcome to Night Vale episodes for sure. Getting to know more about this mysterious floating cat stuck in the radio station bathroom was such a treat, and it was so different from anything I could have imagined for a backstory. My mind canon is that Kashik has always been Silas. Silas was cursed to be this cat stuck in one place, meant to live there until he learned his lesson. Cecil, and by extension the listeners, just didn't know this until now. I don't think Kashik has ever been a normal cat in any way, shape, or form. From physical description to actually once having been a human man, to how he's stuck floating in the bathroom about 4 feet off the ground. He's literally just called a cat because that's what Cecil seems to think he is. But is he really a cat? Cecil is sort of an unreliable narrator, as we know. Anyway, I wanted to try my hand at drawing this bizarre cat, so I found all the physical descriptions I could for Kashik and then combined them to the best of my ability. I did keep Kashik fairly cat-like, though. Isn't he just the cutest little kitty with all his quills and tentacles and extra rows of teeth? Once again, there are two versions, one with the words and one without, because I really like that Cecil quote about pets. One last thing before this email gets too long. I'm going to Murder Night in Blood Forest in San Francisco on January 22nd. This year, y'all didn't schedule your San Francisco dates at the same time as my favorite furry convention, which means I can go to both and don't even have to road trip up to Eugene, Oregon in the middle of a snowstorm. Very exciting stuff. Looking forward to seeing Cecil and Symphony live again and whoever else ends up being there too. All right, that's all for me this time. Love y'all. Stay weird and keep doing what you do. Kalia.
Kalia.
And then Kalia has included some incredible drawings.
Great artwork.
Of Hal, Symphony, and I as our fursonas, and then of Kashik. And I will share these on the Patreon. And Kalia, we met you at the San Francisco show. So I was whoever else ended up being there. And that's what we get when we don't schedule our San Francisco show on the same time as the furry convention, is that we all get to hang out.
I mean, almost all.
And you got to hold their tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I held back.
Which was very cool. This drawing is incredible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so good. Please do more art. Keep doing it.
You gave my cat a gap, just like mine. I love it.
Cat.
Cat. And your Kashik is horrifying.
Yeah.
And I kind of love it.
So good.
But I can't look inside its mouth. There's got to be a phobia for that.
Looks like an enamel pin.
Ooh, I hate it.
It does.
But yeah, it would be a pin. That looks amazing. Up next, we have Jerry. Jerry writes, "Good morning, Night Vale Tri-hosts. I'm just writing in the middle of your December 18 GMNV episode after your Frank Chen related Ottawa musings with some facts you can use about Ottawa and Ontario in general from an Ottawa resident. Though I must stress, they are just facts, and whether you consider them fun is up to you. Ontario in general, but especially Ottawa, almost certainly isn't considered the Midwest by anyone. In fact, everyone from the west of Winnipeg may get very offended if you try to put West in any kind of description of Ontario. Ottawa is close to the eastern tip of the province, and they picked it to be the capital of Canada because it is on the Ontario-Quebec border. And they didn't want to offend anyone when they were creating Canada as a country in the 1800s. Ottawa has the Rideau Canal, which freezes over every winter to become the world's longest skating rink. It stretches over 7 kilometers, or about 4.5 miles, and is great, though with climate change, the skating season have been getting gradually shorter. There used to be a dragon boat contest every winter where teams put skids on their boats and row by pushing sticks along the ice. See one of my old photos below. Heated Rivalry, better known as that Canadian government-funded gay hockey show, I have heard of it, is set in Ottawa. I don't think this one needs more explanation. No, it doesn't. And, but I'm glad for all of the things that it's brought. Anyway, thanks as always for everything you do. Please continue not to annex us, and maybe one day we can see you do a live show in Ottawa. Currently hiding a bird in Symphony's closet. God damn it. And a tarantula in Hal's tea. Jerry.
Never coming to Ottawa. I refuse now. I now refuse. I was going to go, but that put me off it.
That skating rink sounds really cool, though. 4.5 miles, like skating along the canal, seems really cool.
That would be fun.
That sounds amazing to me.
All right, I'll do the canal, but that's it.
But, first of all, how very dare you hide a bird in my closet?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very upset by that. But, yes. I'm very upset. I don't know what else to say.
It's upsetting.
I'm really upset.
You should be upset.
I'm really upset. Yeah, Ontario's cool. Thank you for helping us, because we are not told as much about your geography as we are told about our own. If it were up to me, I would never annex you. I would only hug you close like a neighbor should. Okay? And we would keep our business dealings separate but amicable. Thank you, Jerry, and thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode. Our next episode is the day after the day. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us what the delivery man brought you. This show is powered by our patrons like Sarah Shearer, Sarah Sherman, Sean Havery, Thora Cottrell, and Vivica Carriage. If you are interested in supporting the show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, Bree Williams, and Joseph Fink. The calzone ingredient of the week is a Costco calzone inside of a homemade calzone.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.